I don't even know if this can go on YouTube, but we'll see how it goes, dude, because
his fucking documentary is on YouTube. This goddamn better well go on fucking YouTube. We will blur shit and bleep shit accordingly so that way this can go on YouTube. You fucking dirty fucks, dude.
Can you imagine the documentary could be on there, but they pull our episode talking about it?
I'm going to make an episode talking about how these guys fucking pull my shit, but they let his documentary stay up. And then if Rumble ends up like just being super cool, I am going to be YouTube's worst fucking enemy. I'm coming for your neck, dude. Fuck Google and YouTube. Dude, George Soros, whoever's
you'd
in charge
be like
of that
an investor,
shit.
dude. You'd probably like invest in shit and really get into you're gonna corporate world and battle, dude, and fucking make people lose their jobs because that was what you do.
You don't want me to be an oil sheik. You don't want me to buy Google. I'll fuck your world up. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Welcome to this episode of the Naturals Pod. I'm Uncle Kyle, seated on the couch. Sweet Derek, the producer.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
So I'm not going to lie to you. We're still in the year 2024. We didn't dive too deep into this the last time, but just right off the top, New Year's resolution. What are we doing? Something specific.
We did talk about that in the last episode. Yeah, but I got one thing for you really quick.
Fuck, I had like 3 of those club tails, so that's why I don't remember
Natties and Nattiettes. Would you call Nattiettes women? Should we call our women listeners Nattiettes?
I don't love it. Can I interest you in a Finnish long drink?
Yeah. So that's funny you forgot that. No, that was literally one of the things on the back end of the episode, and we can cut this if you want because we did the New Year's resolution. We talked about that's how we got into the crazy.
Leave it in. I was just trying to like build like a soft lead in.
No, that's okay.
To the main topic, but we'll just thrust our way in there. Well,
that's how we got. So I talked about like going to the gym more, wasn't on the top, and then that's how we started talking into the crazy living in a simulation and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did the off the Todd rope, and you asked me what conspiracy do you believe in. And we went down that rabbit hole shortly, and then you were going to tell a glorious story at the end of that episode, and we said we'll save it for another episode. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, I would have to go back and like look at the footage to remember what I was going to regale you with at that moment in time.
This isn't bad.
Okay.
Long drink.
So,
not a sponsor.
You like documentaries. Are you a documentary guy? Would you say that?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a documentary that you like? What's something that interests you?
Ooh, that's a tough question, dude. So, I mean, I like some of the true crime stuff, like Making a Murder and shit like that was pretty wild. Tiger King was fucking insane. I like, what was that? The Super Size Me. I watched those. That was with the McDonald's one or whatever. But honestly, like I'm not like I won't search for a documentary. Like if someone mentions one is like it's cool, then I'll check it out. Also, like I do kind of like the animal ones. Like there was one on Netflix about the chimpanzees in Africa. It's insane, dude, and like just how they're ruthless beings, and like how they would just other tribes of chimpanzees would just murder. If you're just out on your own, you get murdered by a tribe of chimpanzees. They beat you to death. And I'm like,
where's this at?
Dude, it's on Netflix in Africa.
Not going there.
It's in Africa. Yeah, dude. It's
I thought
crazy.
you were going to talk about the blackfish thing.
Oh, that's also a good
for
one,
me,
but also sad.
For me, with a documentary, it's got to be something that grabs me. It's got to be something that like interests me personally, or it just has something flashy where you're like, okay, I need to know what the fuck this is all about. One, which was when we were separated briefly. We're back together, kids. Don't worry.
Chimp Empire, real quick. Sorry.
Okay. I'm probably not going to watch that. Like,
it's tough.
It doesn't sound like it's for me.
It's brutal. It's dark. But anyways, continue on. Sorry.
There's one about. It's called the Tarkov Killer. I had never heard of this. It came out earlier in the year. Apparently, it was relatively known in the community because I brought it up to Chris, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I did hear about that."
For our listeners and viewers, Tarkov is a video game that you can play online. That's like a more intense Call of Duty.
I'm pretty sure we talked about it before.
I think we have, but just bringing it up just in case for new listeners.
It's like it's a mill sim style video game. It is.
You go and you loot, you try to get shit, and then get out. Basically.
It is very time intensive and punishing. Like it consumes you and becomes a part of your life, unless you're really good at it, or as they say in the game parlance, a Chad. But it's like a 2-hour documentary about this. I talked about it in it would have been like 2 episodes ago with Josh Rahman.
Okay,
go check that episode out.
Love Josh. What up, Josh? If you're watching.
But yeah, brutal documentary. Basically, the guy killed his parents.
Oh, okay. Fine.
And there's like a light tie to Escape from Tarkov, but the guy that did the little documentary / video essay. It was pretty cool. But the one thing that just is like constantly popping up when Todd was doing his podcast, there was the porno chick with her husband where there was like a 40-year age gap or some shit. There's a lot of these ones about people that are in the adult entertainment industry, people that are
You're not leading into the one where the chick had a sex with like 100 dudes, are you? Because that was tough. And listening to her talk about it after was like, ooh.
So you are familiar with what I was going to bring up.
If that's where you're going.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm trying to like actually discuss it and not just go, here's a Cliff Notes and now we have nothing to talk about.
Set it up,
so
dude, because there's probably a lot of people that don't know about it. And I only like vaguely know about it, so you probably know more. All I saw was like the end video, so I Quentin Tarantino'd it. Let's rewind and go back. Because besides like the end result, I don't know the buildup. Like why did she do it? I don't know if you know that or like... So hit me with it, dude.
It is rough. Okay, so the thing you need to know is being a 36-year-old single adult male, of course I'm adult because I'm 36, the internet just shoves bitches in my face all day. All day. I can do anything I want to try to avoid it. I can like be an ultra soft, limp-wristed pussy and go, I don't like this post. Don't show me this anymore. And it will still just cram it down my throat.
But the algo goes to what you like, which means you like some of those posts and shit.
I mean, if I'm scrolling through the Explorer page and it's like, cool car, cool knife, cool gun, construction shit, being an electrician.
Chick shaking her ass.
Giant, big old ass in a thong, baby oiled up. Slow motion, just shaking. Like you can only scroll past that so many times where you're like, all right, let me see it. Click.
What's crazy is I remember like Instagram and stuff like that used to be against that, and now they're just like, nah, we're just gonna let it happen now.
So this plays in to what I was bringing up, but it's just crazy that some of these people, not even just the OnlyFans girls, it's other people that are trying to live streamers. Some of them are just super obnoxious pieces of shit, like that Jack Doherty kid. So many of them that are just garbage human beings. So it's like people don't like you. Somehow there's enough people that watch you where you get to make a lot of money doing your stupid, insane bullshit. I would love to be one of those people who's getting paid a lot of money to do my stupid, but it's not even on the same fucking level. But anyways, so I ran across a reel on Instagram where this guy was talking about a documentary that he had done.
Okay.
And it immediately was like, it introduced her as an adult entertainer and stuff. So I'm like, okay, here we go. Another one of these. Let's see what her issue is or what she's doing. I did not expect, because in it, there was nothing that said a 100v1, like you are dropping into the war zone solos.
Well, the key was in a certain amount of time,
alone.
too. One day, right? 20. Was it
She's trying to do
hours?
it in a day.
Oof.
Yes. So essentially, this woman, her name is Lilly Phillips, and she is an adult actress from the UK. Essentially, she does OnlyFans, which is a word that YouTube hates, and hopefully Rumble hates it less and it doesn't bother them or chafe their nipples with TOS or whatever.
At this point, dude, I don't care. Let it ride.
We don't care. We're saying the words that we want to do.
We're
porn.
At some point, then that would be great. But for now, for you guys, I don't care.
Sometimes we got to clean it up, to try to grow.
If YouTube strikes us out of nowhere or something, then maybe I will.
To try to grow a little bit. Okay, real quick before I continue on with the story, what are we thinking about the long drink?
I think it's solid.
Description.
I think it's pretty good. It tastes very like lemony and orange, like a nice like little lemon orange.
When was the last time you had a squirt? Like a squirt soda? You know what I'm talking about?
Not super long ago, and yes, that is a good description.
Squirt,
dude.
right?
Yeah.
Like alcoholic squirt.
Yep, not bad.
It's pretty good. 8.5 out of 10 on the Uncle Kyle drink scale.
Not a sponsor.
In 25, I'm going to be cleaning it up a little bit. Like I said, we're still in 24. We're coming to you from the past. So for now, I got a couple days.
You do.
But anyways, so it popped up, and I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on here. She's 23 years old. She's young. She's pretty. She's not like crazy looking. Like she hasn't had like any of the crazy cosmetic surgery or anything. Like she's young.
It's like
She
a
looks
girl next
cute
door.
blonde.
Kinda,
Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Girl next door. 100%. I was watching this morning. This appeared to me this morning, and I just needed to discuss it. So I'm like, okay, let's see the documentary. 18 minutes on YouTube. Boom, go. Like that's not.
Oh,
too
so you
long.
watched it? Okay,
100%.
Only 18 minutes. That's pretty short.
Yeah.
So yeah,
short enough for me to get it in. The guy who was recording this was like genuinely concerned for her. I can't remember how he said he came to know about her doing it.
Was she trying to break like a world record? Is she?
We're going to get into that, but this is like step one. Like she is doing this. Now, the funny thing is, one would think if you put it out there, since men are such demonic pigs who rule the world and just marginalize women and they're horrible, terrible people,
I'll choose the bear.
wouldn't like 100 of them for a hot little piece just immediately show up and be like, yep, I'll do it. They were like scrambling to like get people, and like guys were like bringing their friends. Like,
Well, you had to sign up, right? Like that part I did here. You had to sign up. You had to have obviously a test. They did like a little mini background check on you, right? And then a test to make sure you're clean.
So she says in the documentary that they were essentially sending her a picture of a test that said that they were okay. Would you accept that as like okay, or would you need something that's a more secure correspondence so you would know?
Physical copy of a paper, dude. Like,
and even then, it's still just like
you're also gambling, correct? I'm surprised there wasn't enough people in the industry that even wanted to touch this.
I don't know. This was like in the UK. Okay, so we're diving deeper down the rabbit hole. So they're scrambling to get people. Some of them legitimately are fans of hers. Like they subscribe to her page.
Of course, they're like perked opportunity to fuck her.
Yeah, and I mean, apparently they were struggling to get bodies. So if you were a fan,
we have to side note this because I can't hold this question back anymore.
Oh God,
would you do it if you're like number 60? Like if you're like number 60,
I wouldn't do it if I was number 2. Like I probably wouldn't even do it if I was number 1
because it's not even time for her to get cleaned up. Like, bro, you're going in there right after.
No, this chick is like an S tier. Apparently, from what it seems like, is like an S tier OnlyFans chick. She had a team. She had security. Like this was very, very coordinated. But so they had to do like a screening, but still then our documentarian, whose name I'm so sorry, I don't remember it in the moment. We will credit you and put it up right there. He, once again, being concerned, is like, so how's this going to go down? Like, is there a time limit? Like they are wearing a condom.
That's what I'm saying too. What if a dude can't get off in time, right? That's like there's so many things.
I mean, I don't think that that's even a part of it. Honestly,
it's like you get 10 minutes and
5. They got 5 each.
Oh, okay. Wow,
God, that's spoiling everything.
That's funny. I'm just asking the questions the people would also be asking.
All right, fine. They got 5 minutes each. Everybody who's watching this is probably disgusted right now, but like you're not going to watch the documentary, so I'm going to go ahead and take 50 minutes to describe this 18-minute documentary to you so you understand what the fuck happened. So she's essentially describing that she's going to give them a little warm up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little beegeroni, little you know?
Yeah.
And of course he's like, you know, is protection involved in that scenario? And she just goes, no. And it's like, you are with 100, all different, no protection for that portion. But yeah, dude, the whole thing is just it's gross. It's super gross.
I'm number 75.
It's super gross. So
weird.
He was there with his cameraman, and at a certain point they were like, you got to leave. This is before things like even got started. They kicked him out. Some of the guys were showing up.
How did the guys look for the most?
They only showed them from like the knees down. I got to respect that. They're not violating people.
Oh, okay,
the guys did talk to him at length, and he censored them to make sure that their identities were protected. So I got to respect that.
I was just curious if they're like super haggard, big dudes. Like
it was kind of a mixed bag. There was nobody that looked like that crazy. It was just like dudes. It was just dudes, just regular dudes. So he interviews a few of them. Some of them admittedly are fans. They kick him out, and like multiple times in the recording, one of her people assistants, whoever the fuck, hair holder, I don't know, recorder, she has the second iPhone that she records it with, is like, you got to go. You got to get out. We don't want you recording these guys. Boom. So he leaves. So he's gone for hours, and he's like popping in and saying like, hey, I've been in contact with their people. They're telling her that she's busy. They're telling her that they're telling me that she's running behind and all this stuff. Cause I guess like they had a system set up and she showered, I don't know how periodically. I mean, if you're giving each of them 5 minutes, you can't hit a shower in between every single one, because then your like skin would be raw.
Correct.
The whole thing sounds like a miserable fucking
this
situation.
sounds like some sadistic shit. Honestly, when you really think about it, this is like honestly terrible.
You would the funny thing is okay. So I'm Tarantinoing. I'm jumping all over the fucking place. Earlier in the documentary,
legend,
he's hitting her with the obvious questions, and you know, she even says like, it does kind of suck because people find out what you do and they're just shitty to you and stuff. Madam, you are like, I'm sleeping with 100 dudes in a day. Like, what do you think people are going to think of that? Like, I'm sorry. And also the other question that I have, the other thing that just like super duper bothers me, who's this for? Who sees that and is like, yep, I want to watch that.
Yeah, because she's putting it up.
And if the whole thing is recorded, who's watching? Like, I think they said it took, because I have another article I'm going to tell you about. I think they said it took like 14 hours, and it's like, oh my God, that's insane.
It's intense, dude.
Also, it was referred to as a training session in this article I'm going to talk to you about, which I was like, oh, like that's just, that's yuck.
Training
it's a
for
big time yuck. Big time yuck. So she talks about that. Oh, poor me. But also, like I said, this one's an earner, as they would say on The Sopranos. This one's an earner. She's making a lot of money. She has a team. She's making money.
Yeah. Some of those OnlyFans
and it's a business. I get it. It's a business.
Management,
this
everything,
is disgusting. And once again, I'd like to know, I'd like a list. There needs to be a registry of people who are like, I want to see that. I want to watch that for 14 hours. Like that's that. Like, that is.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yuck.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
So she doesn't like being shamed. Boo hiss. None of them do. None of them do. But it's also like risk reward. That's part of the fucking game. As far as I'm concerned, I try not to be too like mean and hateful and judgmental of people's decisions. But there's also one who is like an insane earner. Her name's Sophie Rain. She's made $43 million. I think she's like 20 years old. She's like, oh, I'm a virgin and a devout Christian. And it's like, you know, that's not the way I was raised in religion, to like be super judgmental and stuff. Cause like you throw stones in a glass house.
She's very cookie cutter too, man. Like to me, like as far as like, if you're like AI, make a hot chick, like, okay. Like to me, she's nothing like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like she isn't like, oh my God, she stands out. Oh my God, she deserves that much money because she's so fucking. No, she just looks like every pick one, dude.
Maybe that's so further proof that we're living in a simulation.
Yeah,
I mean it could be, but anyway, she's making all these claims, and
good for her.
And if that's true, good for her. But it's just like
weird.
Just keep it private. Like unfortunately, not a whole lot is private about you. But like I don't know, like people are gonna be mad about that shit.
On her, dude. We're getting our fans back from freaking Kansas and shit in this episode in Iowa.
Welcome back. Come on back. We're gonna get super right wingy here. JD Vance and Trump are almost in office. Yeehaw, boys. Dad's going to fucking hate that. He's going to be like, God, what the fuck, Kyle? I'm sorry, Dad. I love you
so much.
I love my dad so
That's
much.
hella funny, dude. They're going to be like, yeah, she's Christian and nothing private. Fuck her.
I mean, I would just say it's not even like that. It's just like, keep that shit to yourself. Let people shame you, make a bunch of money.
Shit, dude.
But also just know, like, there's people out there that are going to fucking hate that. And also, I just think you're a big hypocrite. But also, I don't go around beating my chest and going, God's going to damn you all. I am living on the righteous path.
Yeah.
And I will go to the kingdom of heaven as a result of that.
It's almost weird, though. It's like not playing psychiatrist. It's like they kind of feel a little bit of insecurity and shame. So that's their way to reflect on that and be like, but I'm a Christian. I'm a good person. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they like warrant like, oh, what I'm doing is not bad, even though I think it's bad. That's kind of what it feels like to me if you're doing that. Like, most women that do it, just they'll own up to it. Yeah, fucking okay. And that's what it should be, not play this game of like, but I'm a really, I don't do this. This isn't normally me. It's just like, but it is you. You're doing it right now.
I mean, it's not like that. It's not that deep. I don't care. If you believe in God, that's good. If you really do, and you do it like realistically, not in a Joel Osteen.
Oh, that guy's crazy.
Or whatever
though,
that fuck who is like skin is like.
Yeah, that's creepy. I don't like
you accuse me of that. Tyler Perry gave me this jet for a reasonable price. It's like,
isn't it true that you want to fly commercial so that you can fly in luxury? How much money did you pay for Tyler Perry's Gulfstream jet, for example?
Well, for example, that's really none of your business, but...
Isn't it the business of your donors?
Listen.
Those are not men of God. Those are some scary ass motherfuckers.
Those are playing, they're playing for the other side.
Hell yeah.
That are manipulating
those are
religion.
fucking agents of Satan, boys.
Yeah, dude, seriously, yeah. 100%.
Oh, fuck. All right, we're bringing it back around. We're getting back on track. So, she does her thing. Apparently, it is successful. He goes into... So, they fucking... You cut me off when I was about to say this earlier, but it wasn't like a big deal. They rented an Airbnb in like a really nice part of fucking London. And it was funny because they were recording out front of it and her team called him and they're like, hey, go around the block or something. Like, we don't want to draw attention to this. Like, we don't want to know that this chick is in here just getting slammed 100 times in a row in this Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because it was, I mean, it looked like it too. I know nothing about London, but it looked like a nice spot. So they're going in for the aftermath. They like censored the floor. It looked like there was a lot of condom wrappers. If I had to guess, there was like a lot of condom wrappers. Okay. That's what was on the floor. Yeah. Maybe some other things. I don't know. The cameraman, like, he got within 3 feet of the door and he just went, and he backed up. And the guy who was the interviewer looked at him and laughed and he goes, you're not coming in here. And the cameraman's like, nope. That smells like 101 people fucking. Oh my God, dude. Imagine. Okay. So we stayed at an Airbnb in Joshua Tree.
Which was a great super nice.
Trip.
That was a great trip, dude. That was fun.
If you're just joining us, go back and watch those episodes. They're great. Episode. I cut our friend Chris off viciously so many times, and that was before we had the cutoff counter. I was a bad friend, but still funny episodes, even though I'm a rude son of a bitch. But we were like really respectful of that place. We put everything back. We washed the sheets. We cleaned shit. I mean, we didn't really make a mess to begin with. But a lot of people with Airbnb, I don't know if you've seen, especially like the more expensive they get, the more people do not give a fuck and they leave them like fucked up.
Oh, really? See, I don't like that. I don't
like they don't necessarily destroy shit, but it's just dirty. They leave trash all over the place. Like, fuck you. You clean it up. And I don't know. That's just not the way I was raised. Like, it's insane to me that people can just be like, I'm just going to leave my shit around and somebody else will pick this up. I paid for it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Imagine being the owner of that Airbnb and you're doing it as like, because like I feel like a lot of people don't use management companies and some people will buy a few properties that are worth like a decent amount of money. They get rented regularly, so they make a good amount. So they go and like do they clean up in between guests and empty the trash and do all that shit. Imagine being that person. You go in there and not only does it smell like a fucking pig feedlot, just a pig slop trough trough. but there's like just condom wrappers all over the floors. Maybe there was Jimmy's on the floor too, and maybe that's why they censored it. I was just like, that floor is just gross central, just disgusting,
dude.
Disgusting.
So gross, dude. He said, I'm not.
So after this, this is what got my fucking attention and made me watch this documentary. It showed 2 pictures, one that was before the documentary, and then one was after the whole thing was completed and she finished her quest, because apparently she was successful.
What I saw, real quick, I'll just give you my opinion before how you felt about it, because this is the only thing I saw.
Hit me, daddy.
It seemed like her soul left her body, that she was literally soulless and she had no feeling left. And I think I remember her mentioning like, oh, you don't really feel like a person at some point, like basically saying like you're the same as like a fleshlight or something, dude, and you're just getting used as and her soul is just literally just.
I'm sorry, Derek, I love you so much, and your ears,
you know what I mean, like soul, like
again,
you're
sorry,
dead inside now, dude.
Yes,
it's like it was like hard to like. I was like, oh.
So that was the other thing. I knew that you were gonna say that. And that's why I saved this, so I could just pop a dinger, because it's just like the perfect no. Yeah. When you give a man 5 minutes, and it's in this situation where he knows that he's one of a group of people and that this is allotted time, do you think a guy is not going to try to get there, to get to the finish line, to get her done? Like, what do you expect? And it's insane. Okay, so I think that is a perfectly normal human response. I mean, that's traumatic. You signed up for it.
Yeah.
Before she did it, he was like talking to her, and she did seem like extremely nervous, which is just like, ooh, then maybe you just say, you know what? I'm not going to do this.
Yeah.
Okay. So I found this article. There is a woman. Her name is Jasmine St. Clair. She is 54 years old. Apparently, she rose to fame in 1996 after an adult film she did. It says, now this, I feel like, New York Post, you need to clean it up and like make sure that your facts are straight, because this doesn't sound correct. The R-rated film documented St. Clair having sex with 300 men in 24 hours. Probably an X-rated film. I mean,
yeah, not R-rated.
Unless they were showing no fucking and it was like a documentary.
Correct.
Sure,
yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe it was another documentary.
I'm sure there's an actual film of the event too, because if you're going to do something like that, why in the hell wouldn't you record it? Me and him are sitting here on the couch in the chair and we're recording this. Oh, fuck, you got to go in. Yeah. So this chick's like a real hater. She saw her crying and had such a bitter, judgmental response. However, she's also done it, and she's a veteran of this game. So I feel like if anybody's allowed to have an opinion,
it's
it's
the
her.
person that's been through it. Yeah.
So the other
Wait, this is real confirmed. This chick did it for 300 dudes in 24 hours.
This is on the NewYorkPost.com. So I don't think the New York Post is a rag. Like, I feel like they do have some like, journalistic integrity.
But they're more towards the higher end, yeah.
They saying it happened in 96. I feel like we could look, if we can backtrack St. Clair. Hold on now. Jasmine St. Clair. Uncle Kyle's going to do the research, and right here it's going to go, Uncle Kyle's right.
Yeah, I want to see that, dude.
Or you look it up on your phone while I sit here and talk.
Jasmine St. Clair.
Jasmine St. Clair. So she's bad-mouthing her. The thing that you need to know about the whole Lilly Phillips situation is that this little feat of having sex with 100 men in 24 hours is a little warm-up to her doing 1,000 men and trying to break a world record, which apparently, even after doing the 100 and recording the documentary, she is still going to do it. As of, I'm going to have to look when this motherfucking article was published. It has to be recent because it was like right at the top of the search when I searched for her.
Sidebar real quick. I'm not clicking on this, but it literally says Jasmine St. Clair, world's biggest 2, 1996 part 2, and it's a video. I'm not clicking on it though, but it's There you go. So it's there's multiple things that confirm it's real, and I'm sorry, I'm not clicking on
That's
that.
probably different because that probably looks like her getting thrown into a den of gorillas. It's probably not a one at a time kind of situation. It's just a lot of motherfuckers like standing around going
and just
waiting for their turn.
That's dude.
It's so rough.
This is so dark, dude.
And she's
gonna get fucking banned.
And
off
she's
YouTube.
well, whatever. Fuck it. We're coming back with a bang.
Yeah.
She's going, but apparently she's going to do 1,000 to try to. So she did the 100 in October. So this was a couple of months ago that this happened.
She wants to do it again.
Apparently that was, like I'm saying, was like a warm up to like bang doing like an even bigger one for apparently a world record. If you're the Guinness guy, do you just go in there in a hazmat suit and you just sit in the corner with a clicker and just go 1, 2.
But 3. That person would also be soulless, dude.
Oh, God. It's so terrible. So anyways, the St. Clair lady is just a super hater. She's talking all kinds of shit. Once again, in this article, they refer to the Lilly Phillips feat as a training session, which I'm like, gross.
Correct.
Gross.
What does she say? Hit us with what she said.
So apparently, okay, so here's the quotes we were looking for. This, I believe, is Lilly Phillips. It says, "It's not for the weak girls. If I am honest, it was hard," she told Peters. And she even said, but to be clear, earlier in the documentary, she was enthusiastic about it. She was like, I love it. I think like it turns me on. Like it's an excitement. And I'm like, okay, like if that's apparently a stark reality now. And she figured out, ooh, maybe not as exciting. Maybe after 12, it was like, we're not done. Like we're
not even close.
Fuck.
To done. Yeah.
This is terrible.
But I would assume she could have pulled the pin whenever she wanted to as well.
That's the other like super sadistic part about this. She's like, this will get us banned off YouTube. You're gonna have to blur this whole thing. Just one more dick. One more dick. I can do it. One more. Like that's what she was doing, Derek. She was coaching herself through that marathon. She was getting through it. Immediate ban from YouTube. Yeah, we're gonna have to send this private links to people that are actual fans.
To Rumble.
Yeah, this might be like the hard charge onto Rumble. Like, fuck you, YouTube. Rumble, we're here. What's up, Dr. Disrespect? Big fan. Big fan.
Dude, can you imagine we blow up on Rumble? That shit would be fucking hilarious, dude. We're here. Dude.
Anything that would put me and him in a fucking room, I'm in, dude. That would be insane.
Having him on would be epic, dude.
But I was trying to get to the one thing. So basically, she was getting on her ass for crying, for the whole like crying and having a breakdown stuff, which like, Jasmine, you're dead on the inside. You're 54 and you did that in 96. Dead on the inside. Correct, as a human being. If that's like the trend of your life and what you're doing with it, like you just keep going.
Well, and she said that was like her thing. So she did that like a lot of the GB stuff.
Big time hater, dude. Yeah. Big time hater. Well, but she basically
because
was
her
saying,
star's gone away. She's like not a star for that.
I didn't even know who the fuck she was before this article, Derek.
Funny,
so I gotta say, you feel like you're a lot more relevant than you actually are, bitch. Like you are not.
Correct.
You are not.
No one knows who you are, sadly.
And then she was like, then you go and you start crying about your mental health and wearing it like some perverse badge of honor. You know, a lot of people do that shit nowadays. A lot of people say they're autistic and they're really not, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
We all hate all of you. Okay. So welcome back, Ohio. Any of those really wholesome states that we had, well, come on back. And we're slamming those fucks now. We're not even going to try to gently be friends with them or be cool at all. We're just going, fuck you, like right away. Oh my God, dude. Okay, so the other thing we watched, this is super late, but I don't give a fuck. This is our podcast. We can talk about whatever we want, when we want, at any moment in time.
That's the beauty of the new version.
We went to see that movie, fucking Heretic, and I feel like we should like bang out like a quick 5-minute like review of it.
Yeah, sure. I like that.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So let me set the scene. We're in this theater. I am in Uncle Kyle theater movie mode. Derek knows this well. We get tickets in the back.
Yep.
Because I want to smoke weed in the movie theater, or I want to smoke my pen rather.
Yeah,
I do
pen.
it respectfully. We
pen,
try to keep the fog on the floor. Every once in a while, you get a neighbor who wants a toke too, and you pass that shit, and then occasionally that gets passed down, and everybody's having a great time, and we're watching a movie. The same thing with liquor.
Have you had it passed around like a good amount before? What would you? Has that happened? Like for like a huge chunk of the theater, just like
no.
All right, cool.
I mean, at a certain point, I'm like, back up here,
yeah.
bring it back, bring it back.
But that is cool, yeah.
Oh man, it was hella funny. I went on a date recently, and we went to see a hockey game. Fucking Let's Go Knights. It was great. They won in overtime. It was a thriller.
Sounds like a good time.
Fucking great time.
Great date.
But we're like setting it up. She got the tickets, which I was like, cool. So I did a professional, like, suave move that I like to do, which I think is great. And I even just do this for myself. This is not for like occasions with other people only. Is I got a car service to pick us up and take us to the game.
He wants to be chauffeured around.
Because I told her, I was like, I'm going to have a little drink in the car on the way to the game because the drinks there are expensive. And she was like, I like the way you move. And then I was like, also, I'm probably going to smuggle a bottle of rum into that game. So all I have to do is buy soda, and I don't have to spend a bunch of money.
It's too much money,
on drinks. We're sober in 25. This is the past. But she got a kick out of that. She thought that shit was funny. I'm like, you don't sneak. You're a woman. You don't sneak shit into places.
Yeah, it'd be way
like,
easier for them.
Come on. Yeah. What are you doing? So that's how I like to go to movies. I'm sure I've upset some people. So we're in the back. We're going to see that movie Heretic. If you haven't seen it, good watch, at least for one time.
I think it's worth watching one time, yes.
There's some plot choices where it's like, we could have done a little better.
Correct. I think the writing at the end got lazy. It was such a strong and amazing buildup, and it actually it started in the beginning to make you think, and it was like, whoa, this is going to be insane. And then it just takes the lazy and the easy way out. So I'm not going to obviously say what that is, but just know the setup wasn't worth the punch. Like, to me, the setup was fucking glorious. The punch was like, did that hurt?
No.
Just like, come on, that's lazy.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
It was good, though. I savored it in the theater.
Still a good movie.
Okay,
I enjoyed watching it, but
if you're going to watch the movie, this is when you stop watching the podcast, because I'm about to kind of like just glaze over it. To give you some fucking high notes. High notes. Spoiler alert. High notes. Spoiler alert. And Derek's like, I'm not doing a special layover intro thing.
Would you put this movie in the same like area as like Hereditary?
No. Hereditary brought the motherfucking thunder. That movie was like, I'm gonna fuck your world up. But it's also
only a one watch, but because it's just hard to watch.
Yeah, this is like just straight fucking diet soda compared to this. This is just fucking straight zero sugar garbage, dude. This is, I'm sorry, dude. The build incredible. The build incredible. It's like
such a letdown.
It's like when you have a great first date and things are going well. All your lines are hitting. She's laughing. There's like contact. You're like, oh, I might get some pussy tonight. And then at the end of that night, guess what? You did not get pussy. That's what this felt like. I'm just doing a little dating analogy, if you will.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious. It's so true, dude. The build-up's so glorious, and then the payoff is just like, but
he's a great actor, dude.
He is,
Hugh Laurie,
dude.
solid Hugh Grant. Hugh Laurie, House. I'm sorry, I've been watching House too. I watch a lot of fucking TV. Hugh Grant, great actor. Hugh Grant and Hugh Laurie, fuck both the Hughes, all the Hughes, top notch. We fucking love you.
I just think, and again, we'll go spoiler because this movie's been out a while, dude. Honestly, I think
it has. I'm doing the spoiler alert shit sarcastically because if there just so happened to be one person who was like, ain't fucking see that yet. I'm like, sorry. Like, we did give you a fucking alert. Like, even though the movie's been out for a couple of months and you should have seen that shit already, you bitch.
Please comment, dude. Please comment if you were that person just now.
If we spoiled your movie.
Literally were like, you fuck.
Sorry.
You just spoiled because I have to
spoil some shit for me, dude. Just DM me. I'll tell you all the movies I want to watch coming up, and you can just DM me and be like, here's what happened, and I will read it.
don't care that you warned me. I didn't think you were gonna fucking give it away. Just leave it in the comments. That's hella funny. But no, I think the ending.
I'm dead serious when I say I'm gonna give some shit away.
They should have went more supernatural.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
They should have made it crazy like Hereditary. They should have. Correct. They could have just. Bah!
Yeah.
It seemed like they made a choice specifically to not do that.
But it's like that was the. It would have been, to me, it would have been so good if you did that though.
The hype was real with this movie. It delivered.
Correct.
Like.
You're on the edge of your seat,
2/3 of the way into the movie.
I was
like, oh,
bro. Like, I will give that movie credit. I was locked in. Like, you're just glued in and shit. I'm just like,
oh yeah,
dude, because you're like,
we were locked in.
Like, we were locked in.
Because you know me, I talk like a fucking black woman in a movie theater. I fucking run my mouth. I'm like, don't go in there. Yeah. Don't go there. Stop. God damn it.
You do, but you didn't fucking make a peep, dude.
I didn't. I was locked in.
Yeah, dude, because it does that to you. And then the end is just like, that was just so
By the way, I just
boring.
need to say, I say that lovingly to all black women. I am in unity with you. I feel like a good little add-in a movie is necessary sometimes. I enjoy them. When you do it, I do it in honor of you.
Fuck, dude.
Like, I am with you. I love that
back,
shit.
Dude. This shit's hilarious.
We're back. But so right at the beginning of the movie, okay, so we're spoilering. So basically this movie is revolves around two young Mormon missionary women. They're cute little gals. They're like honestly, the two actresses that played the missionaries knocked it out of the fucking park.
Oh,
as someone who's known so many Mormons in my life, crushed the role. Like, knocked it out of the park, dude. 10 out of 10 on the Mormon chicks.
Yeah.
But early on in the movie,
you kind of have the outcast one, right? She's kind of a little bit of an outcast, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be the main chick.
Fuck no, dude. No, the one that was like more alpha. I was like the awkward one. Who was talking about dwarfing or whatever they do when they dry hump in between and have a sheet in between them or whatever the fuck that is. Whatever Mormon people, however you get down, kids. Have you seen all that wild shit on BYU campuses where they're like, would you kill a puppy or take a sip of a soda? And they're like, I'd kill the dog. It's like, you'd kill the dog? You wouldn't have a sip of soda?
What?
Like that immediately, we're enemies as far as I'm concerned. If there's ever a war, I will TK you, even though you're American. Like, you kill a puppy. The fuck? Like, hate that and you at the same time.
I've never heard that, dude. That's insane.
Oh, I'm gonna show you the videos now. They're wild. These people
just drink a soda.
Now that is the shit where you can look at it and go, that religion is a cult. And there go all the Utah fans, but that's okay.
They said kill a puppy or drink a. They just drink a soda. They're like, it's gotta die.
But
that's what Jesus wants.
Joseph Smith.
Oh, sorry, Joseph.
Pardon you. Like, they'd be like $1 million or a conversation with Joseph Smith.
Oh, dude, I have to ask this because this is insane. If you knew you could be like a Joseph Smith and you became so powerful and people believed in a religion that you made up, would you do that shit and have like the following?
Fuck no, dude. You're a terrible person if you do that.
You're like, Jesus,
I make so many irresponsible life decisions. Nope, I don't want to be your leader. I just want like a few cool people that I work with and do cool shit with, and that's it. I don't want to be the leader of anyone. I'm having a hard enough time being the leader of me, if I'm being honest. So let's like fucking keep it real. But anyways, these chicks nailed it spot on. One of the first like opening scenes in the episode, they're walking down a street with their little bikes in typical Mormon missionary fashion. They got cute little bikes with baskets. They're cute little missionary girls. And this group of like high school kids come up to them, and you could tell that these bitches are about to get pranked. Like, I'm sorry, Joseph Smith. They were about to get slammed. I saw it from a mile away. The kids were like kind of talking to him like, hey, how are you girls? And where are you going? And brought up something about the holy underwear shit. And one of the kids pantses the girl, and she has like the crazy Mormon underwear on. And I cackled like a fucking lunatic in this movie theater. I was like,
I think People started laughing.
Nobody
else laughed
for like 5 seconds, and I laughed like a fucking lunatic. And Derek's just next to me, and he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, because no one was laughing.
Fuck. Kyle's doing that weird thing again. Fuck.
Seriously, dude, I was like, "Holy fuck! Why are you laughing this hard?"
I lost my shit, dude. It was so funny.
But I mean, that's awesome. It was hilarious that you loved it that much, dude. I was like, that. I think I even asked you, that one really got you, huh? And you're like, it's fucking great.
Oh shit, dude. I was like, I'm probably the worst person in the theater to everyone right now, but I don't care. I paid my $10. I'm here. This is what I like. And then we were talking about how he had all the crazy traps, and he like went up to the old school thermometer and went boop 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 and like did shit.
Yeah.
So you can't are like a psychopath if you build a trap. Okay. The other thing that was just super weird, and we talked about this too. And I feel like it's crazy because most people wouldn't think about this, but he coaxes them into the house because they're like, no, we can't come in. There must be a woman present because that's according to their religion and stuff. And I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
To make sure that they're safe when they're out doing their things. I'm not trying to bash Mormons too much.
But to trust somebody in them just saying, yeah, there's someone here, and you don't.
I mean, he conned them. Like, he really heavily was like, she's just in there baking a blueberry pie. Beep, 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 beep. That was also a terrible reveal where it's like, you're naive. You didn't see that he brought a candle into the room, and like you would know. Oh, the candle smells like a pie.
And he shows them that, which is fucking crazy, dude. It's like,
and then when they come in, he mentions, yeah, the walls and the ceiling are made of metal.
Is that okay with you girls?
And it's like,
he like asked them, I think, if I remember too.
And it's like yeah, that's just fine. A weird random question to ask people, because I'd be like, no, I'm gonna leave. Yeah. As long as the fucking front door isn't open, I'm just like, dude, we're gone. Yeah. And if I have to leave little Jenny Sue, who ends up being the hero, dude.
Even if you're locked in there, you're just swinging, right? Like, you're just instantly swinging. There's no more discussion anymore. If that door doesn't open and that guy's standing in front of you, there is no more conversation. I'm saying even if you don't have that, like your fists, like you're fucking just beating that guy to death.
You should too, like, Derek. If somebody,
I gotta try,
buddy.
Yeah.
If somebody's locking you into somewhere with them, then that's a problem. Yeah. And they are the problem, and you need to fucking neutralize them immediately, and then figure out how the fuck you get out of there. But if you're in like a saw contraption where they just somehow are some kind of Nostradamus murderer individual, maybe they know how to fucking resurrect themselves. They fucking are like, this guy's definitely going to kill me, but ha ha ha, you killed me, and now you didn't go get out of my trap, bitch. That's like insane. Yeah. That's scary. That's scary. Why, I mean, in general, even at the 36 years of age, I'm not just waltzing into your fucking house if I don't know you.
Correct.
Yeah. But it was good. The whole like, bitches in the basement, bitches in the cage. He's a fraud. It was weird.
Very weird.
They had the little symbolism with the butterfly and everything. So, it was like, it was okay. It was okay. All right. So, we were doing this when we were doing the Sloppy Saturdays thing. It's a funny bit. We just need to bring it out to the general internet so everybody can enjoy it, and we'll make something more special for the paywall shit when we get back on that. We did have a cup that had a really nice set of tits on it. This gal in Joshua Tree, or I don't think she's from Joshua Tree, but she's like in the area. Yeah. She was hella cool. It's called Stray Ceramics. She makes these cool cups. I have a couple of them, but she has ones with like some big titties on them, and they're nice. And that's what we were using for our little pull cup. But I found this weird. I feel like you put gravy in this because it's got the little like. Yeah. Is it gravy or is it cream for your coffee?
Like cream for your coffee.
Gravy.
Yeah. That looks like some Heretic cups. Like, that was the type of cups.
No, don't say that, dude. Don't say that. Like, not in this house.
Am I locked in this room?
No, you're good. Apparently, this is Japanese.
Oh, okay.
So. And it says wild strawberry on it on the bottom for some reason. So, anyways, we're gonna do what is probably a bad impression. Do you want to like Rochambeau for who goes first, or you just want to rock the first one?
I'll
like
just go first.
Like, okay, I respect it. He's doing it. All right, I got 6 in here. These are all like you should be able to pop a dinger with almost any one of these. These are pretty good.
At this. That's why it's terrible.
I did softballs for the first cup because I feel like we both deserve it. And are we doing? Hold on, before you say anything, are we doing You hit it, and then I try to guess who it is.
Yeah, you didn't see it, right?
I did not see it.
Get to the chopper. Do it now.
Oh, he got an easy one.
Get to the chopper.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, got it.
All right, that is a good one.
That was a good one.
I did softballs.
That wasn't too bad. I don't think my impression was the worst. You said it's easy, and you look like you're in intense dismay over there.
Nah,
dude.
because you gotta like almost sing this motherfucker. And Austin Butler played him for like in a movie, and he got like some like really gay deep voice that wasn't his natural voice that he just did. I'm caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you
Elvis
too
Presley.
much, baby. Da-da-da-da.
Elvis Presley.
Really
right?
depressing life. Yeah. Okay. So not so bad impressions on the first one. So if you're like, that was disappointing, don't worry. I will put more shit in there that we're not going to be able to do, and then we're going to have to pull out our
They should
phones
just get
and
progressively
listen
like
to.
harder and harder.
I will,
dude.
but I figured like first
Yeah.
time bringing it back in,
Easy
we're just going to
ones,
do
yeah.
some little fucking softballies and shit. And also, okay, so I'm going to put this out there into the universe because I feel like there's some of you watching and listening to me intently, and you wanna be a part of this. Okay, if you have any ideas for a challenge or a game that we could do on a pod that you think would be fun, we will make you a part of it too. Like you can help us plan out the episode and everything, because I think that's a lot of fun. The challenge episodes are always a fucking good time. I would say in the future, I would be willing to do some of that again. I don't know, possibly the mushrooms again, legitimate mushrooms, not the mushroom bar. I would do the weed thing again. I feel like you should do.
You
the
would
weed
do the
thing
edibles one. I can't.
One
do that.
fucking time,
No,
please.
dude, that
I'll
would
take care of you
stress
so
me out
lovingly,
so
please.
bad.
I will take care of you. You'll be okay. You'll be my little baby bird. I'll take care of you. You'll survive.
Oh, dude, because I've done like 20 or 30 milligrams, and I'm like, ah. So, dude, I can't imagine tripling
Or at least
like, I'd
just
have
get,
like a heart attack and
So like,
die,
would you
dude, or
like smoke like a Fat J and just get like super smacked and then do a pod? Would that be better if it was smoked over?
Yeah, maybe like just get super high, like because I'm pretty high right now, so maybe a little bit more. But I wouldn't want to, dude. Edibles are just would stress me out.
Okay, I respect it.
Because I already know, because I've pushed that limit before myself, so that's how I know. If I didn't know that already, I'd say,
What
let's
limit
do it.
did you go to?
Like,
I need to know.
Like 30, I think it was like 30 or 40.
Oh, I mean,
that's a lot to me because I didn't normally do it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, ooh, I'm not high anymore. I'm stressed the fuck out, and I don't like this.
After it? You're
Like-
saying after
like,
it
no, like
was
kinda
bad.
in the same no during, dude, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I'm high for a little bit, but then it's still in the high. Now I'm like, oh, now I don't like this. Why am I like shaking and my fucking heart feels like it's pumping a bunch and I can't fucking swallow? Why can't I swallow? And it stresses me out, dude.
You gotta kind of prepare without we gotta end this fucking episode. I'm just gonna say you kind of gotta prepare when you're gonna get really high. You gotta like prepare. You gotta hydrate. You gotta like get comfy.
And I was drinking
you need
water, but
snacks,
yeah, dude.
You know, like you gotta really prioritize
I wasn't prepared,
the shit,
dude. I wasn't prepared, dude. But
Oh my God.
it was not fun. But
All
I'd
right.
rather smoke. But we'll figure out cool challenges, man. I like doing the
and
challenges,
also,
too. They're
if
always
there's
funny,
any
dude.
suggestions,
That'd
any
be
of
great.
you,
Please hit us with
email us, DM us, links in description for everything.
Yeah.
But we love doing the podcasting shit. It's a lot of fun.
Glad to be back, dude. This shit was hilarious. What a fucking banger!
We're
of an
gonna
episode you
do
just came in with.
minimum. I'm resolutioning right now. Again, I'm getting back into it, even though I forgot we did that already. Minimum one travel pod in 2025.
Yeah,
We're
hell
doing
yeah.
it. One
Sounds
destination
great.
pod. My goal,
That'll be fun.
my big time goal would be 3. Is to get to do
That's
it 3
good.
times.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Get an
3 sounds
Airbnb,
perfect.
do
Yeah.
some pods. So I would say even if we got 2 in, that would be really fucking cool. But anyways,
That would be cool.
we're glad to be back, everybody. That was like a gross thing to talk about, but I just thought it was funny and interesting, and I feel like
Dude,
a lot
it's
of
intense,
people
but yeah, dude.
don't know about shit like that. I feel like it kind of ended up in my sphere.
You were the
because-
first person I feel like, because I see a lot of shorts and reels, even other pods, and I mean, maybe they'll still come out, but no one else has talked about this. And,
Okay.
like, you kind of blew my mind, at least that I've heard. So I'm like, dude, people are gonna be like, whoa, I don't even know if this can go on YouTube, but We'll see how it goes, dude, because that guy,
his fucking documentary is on YouTube. This goddamn better well go on fucking YouTube. We will blur shit and bleep shit accordingly so that way this can go on YouTube. You fucking dirty fucks, dude.
Can you imagine the documentary could be on there, but they pull our episode talking about it?
I'm going to make an episode talking about how these guys fucking pull my shit, but they let his documentary stay up. And then if Rumble ends up like just being super cool, I am going to be YouTube's worst fucking enemy. I'm coming for your neck, dude. Fuck Google and YouTube. Dude, George Soros, whoever's
you'd
in charge
be like
of that
an investor,
shit.
dude. You'd probably like invest in shit and really get into like you're gonna corporate world and battle, dude, and fucking make people lose their jobs because that would be what you do.
You don't want me to be an oil sheik. You don't want me to buy Google. I'll fuck your world up. You ain't gonna make it out alive, son. I'm telling you right now. This shit is so funny. It's so good.
It's so good, dude.
But yes, we're glad to be back. Check the socials. We're going to join Rumble. I'm going to hop on Threads. X is dead. Sorry, Elon. You're a billionaire.
X is dead, dude. Elon, yeah, it's dead, dude.
You'll get over it. But
it's
yeah,
like murder and porn, dude. That's it.
we're going to do more cool shit in 25. We're glad to be back. We're glad to have you here with us. I'm Uncle Kyle. That's motherfucking sweet Derek.
Yeah, let's go. Welcome back. Love you guys.
Charge through 2025 like 100
together.
dudes having sex with the same woman in a 24-hour period. And we'll see you on the next one. You like that shit? Dude, you like that shit? That was a good one.